On EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. And come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Justice Hill to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, already season 7. Greg, he's won a couple of MVPs, and he's as talented as we see in the league.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Trayvon Diggs in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Henry. And the defense all over this one. They knock them down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
3rd and long for Jackson. After the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. But he'll gather it back in. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the ball. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Well, if there's one thing they know here in Dallas, it's the ability to rush the passer. And it seems like up and down that defensive front, they have body after body. And now they add Nealon in the draft. Can he replace Dorrance Armstrong and not only be strong at the point of attack, but also continue to add to that sack production this Cowboys defense has thrived on?
He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive, and as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
2nd down and 3. Now Jackson, this a designed run. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. They've been in complete control. They've been able to dictate what they want to do offensively and make the defense react. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that 1st quarter of play. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? We're back to Arlington in a moment. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Henry tries to pull his way in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He's got it, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Cowboys coming out. As usual, it's Dak Prescott leading the way. Led the NFL in touchdown passes, Greg, a season ago. Already his 9th year at the helm for the Cowboys.
As hard as it may be, Mike, to resist, I don't think they need to come out and think we have to match them big play for big play after just giving up that early score. Stick to your plan. Pick up the first down and allow this game to start unfolding and settle into a rhythm. Execute your game plan. Don't try to match what your opponents do.
He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, man, back for his second go-around with the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took to get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Hand off here to Zeke. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Prescott. A dive and a catch. Incredible. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. Inside the 30. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their second possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score, as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. That is Justin Madubuike, the big man, in there to bring him down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On play action, here's Dak. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. A first catch for last season's NFL reception leader. And it yields a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
This pass right side taken in by Cooks. 2 minutes remaining here in this first half. Bring it on. Back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium. After this, 2nd and 7. Prescott again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And that is no good. He missed it. And they do not cut into the deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Here's 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. On 1st and 10, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
2nd down, Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Jackson up top again. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. In motion comes Andrews. 3rd and short, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson. To the goal line and in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return starts at the 13. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to take over just before the half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Now Prescott. The left side caught by Lamb. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Still 1st down.
Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup.
A 2-yard gain brings us 2nd down at the 22-yard line.
So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Ravens are in front. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Cowboys offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. Now he takes off. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Second and a yard. To throw is Dak. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He's going to tuck it and go. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
1st and 10. Now give to Zeke out of the gun. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in on the tackle. Now a second down throw for Prescott. That is brought in at the 10. He is in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys get back in it. It is 21-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Play action now. Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He'll find Aguilar complete. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Baltimore.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
To the air one more time with Jackson. To the end zone. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And a mark him down just shy of the 40.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll throw again. Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll start out first down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On play action, here's Jackson. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Off the play fake, Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Hendricks. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset, because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From out of the gun, it's a run with Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
3rd and short. Prescott. That's hauled in at the 2. And he will score. Game on. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and through. The Cowboys draw closer here. It's 21-14. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, faking the give. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40.
When you find yourself in this situation, You're on defense. You're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Cowboys offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll keep it on the ground. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down, Prescott. Now a screen set up for Elliott. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
On second down, it's Dak. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. An injured player down there, and that's the man they can't afford to lose. It is indeed Dak Prescott. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. Now Rush. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Rush. To the left side, caught by Lamb.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline. sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They're all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Give them 19 yards as they get the 4th down conversion. Now, 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Elliott. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Second and goal. Let the fullback try to power it home. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit, and now it is 3rd and goal.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
They'll give it to Elliott. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Going to go right back to Henry. And the defense thinking they have the safety here, but the spot is just outside the goal line. Good play, but no 2 points. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll run. It's Henry. And nothing doing there. Might get it out to the 2, but that's all. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. And a short field awaits. Fair catch taken on this side of midfield. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, after that conversion, now the conversation on the sideline is, what do we do if we score? Are we content with just kicking an extra point and tying this thing up? Or does this coach decide to go for the two-point conversion and try to win in regulation? First things first, they're going to have to score, but, man, I hope we get to see that decision. Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing is Rush. That's complete to Elliott. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.